Howdy guys, I bought myself a massive guitar. Don't judge me too harshly in the comment section if you are a double bass player. I've only been playing about 4 days. This is just to say to the guys that subscribe to my channel, which is a guitar related channel, that I've bought one of these and I'm going to attempt to learn it this year. So I've wanted to play double bass for a good while, and everything sort of coincided, and you know, one came up on Facebook Marketplace at a good price. It was relatively close. The guy was doing a gig about an hour away from me, and I actually have a band where this is going to be useful. So I thought, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. I'm not going to review this bass because I don't feel qualified to do that as yet. Maybe a little ways down the line, I'll maybe give some thoughts on it. First impressions are that it's quite a solid instrument. It's quite well made for a budget bass. Pickup's got a good amount of output. And yeah, I mean, you know, the tuning pegs seem to hold it in tune, but I don't really know anything about double bass. And you know, double bass players tend to be quite, I'm not going to say precious, but quite strict on technique. I was reading in one of the forums, and they were slagging off guys like Christian McBride and Edgar Meyer about the technique. I was like, whoa, boys, you know, rein it in a little bit. But yeah, so I will improve at this throughout the year, and I've actually started recording little bits. I recorded after I played it for 10 minutes, and then that after a few days, and I'll continue doing that through the year. And at the end of the year, I should be able to chart my progress on it, which would be an interesting thing to sort of review. But yeah, so I just thought I'd say, here, look at my new toy. It's pretty cool. It's got a headphone out on the back, which is actually not a bad sound. There is a little bit of acoustic volume. I'm not sure whether this will come out on the mic. I mean, there's a little bit of something there to work with if you just sat around in your lounge jam. It's pretty awkward playing on an office chair. But yeah, so you've got a headphone out, but it's no bother to plug it into my computer speakers back there. Like I said, the pickup is actually pretty sweet. I would say it's about comparable, or maybe even a little bit more output than my Ibanez SR500, which is a nice bass and an active bass as well. So yeah, good amount of output. You can make it sound more acoustic than I did in that intro jam. I was going for more of like a Tony Levin, you know, EUB fretless type sound with the octave and the chorus and stuff, which this does as well. But yeah, I wanted the EUB mainly for size and practicality. I live in a small flat, and having an acoustic bass in here would just be too much. I just don't have anywhere to put it. But there's a little space over your right shoulder that this will fit just nice. Of course, you don't know what's behind you. You've never seen that direction. But anyway, yeah, there's my new bass. If you guys are wondering if anyone's bought one of these and you want to transport it, buy yourself a snowboard bag. That's what I've done. Somebody in a forum said that. I bought the Dakine or Dakine low roller. The 165, 30 wide, 15 deep, just about houses it. It's quite a slab of wood. I mean, these things are, you know, this is solid, by the way, so it's about 10 kilogram. So, you know, you need a solid bag for it. Get the one with the wheels, because it'll stop the bottom of the bass piercing the bag. And also get some case foam and cut the shape of the headstock out, because when you lean this on its back, it leans on the tuning pegs, which is not a good way to roll. You imagine going over a speed bump in a car, that's not going to end well. So, yeah, some case foam, and that way it's going to rest on the neck. The neck is enormous. These are like Fred Flintstone frets, and the neck just makes all of your guitars feel like a toy afterwards. It makes my Gibsons feel like an Ibanez RG once I've played them. So it's a very Moorish instrument. I was talking about this with a friend of mine that is a great bass player who's recently sort of switched to playing an upright. And it's just a very Moorish thing. It's harder. It's really incredibly limiting, but you can't stop trying. I also want to get into bowing at some point, although that was just so difficult. I had to go with his bow, and it's the vibrato. You've got to go like this with the vibrato on the left hand, whilst going across with the right hand, and I wanted them to go at the same speed. It was impossible. But that's something that I'm going to venture into, because I didn't realize that you could play something that's heading towards cello register on a double bass. But yeah, so anyway, there's my new toy. Hope you dug it. Hope you liked this video. See you next time. Later.